Before we start this review, guys, I wanted to let you know that this review will be dedicated to Mr. James Harris, better known as the professional wrestler Kamala. Lots of good things to say about this man. If you guys know me as a professional wrestling fan, you know that Kamala was absolutely one of my favorites. First gentleman that I ever saw with pure terror on his face when he met The Undertaker. Rob, you're with me tonight to do this review. Do you have any thoughts that you want to say about Kamala?
The only thing I gotta say is
classic. And I appreciate everybody who is joining us tonight. We're going to get started with the intro, and then we will get into our AEW Dynamite review.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. Folks, let me know if you guys can see me. I know the camera appears to be a little bit off right now. What is going on? Here we go. I'm seeing a lot of different things from different people going on already with this. We got Jesus DeLeon in the house. What's going on, Jesus? Ace, Casey, what's good? I'm going to try and fix this picture. Have Rob talk a little AEW for us here in the beginning.
what's going on, people?
Rob, it's been a while since we've had you on, bro. How you feeling about AEW Dynamite?
I thought this was a good show tonight. Overall, they've been good these past couple weeks. Ever since what was that? About 3 weeks ago, we had that iffy show.
Yeah. Iffy to you, great to me. Let me see here. We're just gonna do a quick switcheroo. I don't know why I'm getting this bad picture. If you guys are seeing a blank chair, it is the camera acting funky. So we're gonna just mess with this here. See if there's a way to refresh this bad boy. So if you're watching live, bear with me. Welcome to the land of technical difficulties. It happens, people. It happens. Let's see.
Well, we'll get started while we're trying to fix this. The theme of tonight's show was Tag Team Appreciation Night, and we started out with the Young Bucks versus the Dark Order.
Bro, Young Bucks versus the Dark Order. They did their thing here. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson representing the team. Yeah, this was very different, I will say.
Yeah, they had the minions jump them during their entrance. They isolated Matt Jackson in the tunnel.
Yeah, they did a lot to impress me in this match, and I will say that it was more so the little things. There we are. Hello. We weren't faking the funk. I guess I just had to reset this. All right. And I'm trying to transition this puppy over. Excuse me now, because it messed up the placement of everything. But screw it. Let's just talk it. Yeah, I saw a lot of good things in this. I like the beginning of the match where it starts off with the Young Bucks, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson jumping the Young Bucks from behind to get things going. Always just a fun way, I think, to kick off a match, especially when you don't know what's going to be happening. I don't know. That's just me.
Nah, this match was fun.
It was. I thought it was a different style for the Young Bucks, too. I know a lot of people will come on here and they'll try to complain about things or say, like, this wasn't working and that wasn't working. It's all good. Yeah, weird things here. So, one of the first things I noticed in this match, after Matt Jackson does this incredible dive off the stage, was following the rules tonight. There was a big emphasis on following the rules. They must have heard exactly what I was complaining about for the past few weeks. I thought it was a nice touch.
Agreed.
Let's see here. Jesus is asking a question now. I'm gonna throw it to you. Rob and Conrad, do you think the Young Bucks, or excuse me, not the Young Bucks, the Dark Order are missing something?
You already know how I feel.
Get into it.
I am not a fan of this Brody Lee addition. I like Brody Lee as a wrestler. His role in the Dark Order has been underwhelming to me.
Ooh.
I haven't been a fan of it.
I respect it. What's going on, Foul? Thank you for being in here. Casey's in the house. No Lara, I see in here as well. Connor.
What's up, Connor?
Jocelyn. Yeah, sorry, guys. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning. If you saw just a chair, it wasn't that there was just a chair there.
Chris Zuba, damn, Conrad, you lost weight. I can barely see you.
You damn right, but you can see me now, can't you? I'm not John Cena, boy. You can always see these muscles. Yeah, so give me your thoughts on the match, guys. As far as it comes with the Young Bucks, or excuse me, as far as it pertains to the Young Bucks, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. So I like the fact that Matt's always the buck in trouble now. You notice that?
Road Warrior Buck.
Don't come in here with that cornet shit right now, all right? So we see a nice poison rana happen from Matt Jackson. I like it as part of the hot tag. Like they tried to do a setup for a double team move. Poison rana, all good. And this led to the hot tag to Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson comes in and says in the middle of his hot tag, best hot tag in the business. I got to give him credit, bro. He was on point. He did not miss a single kick. He was doing spins in the air. Like, this dude was really good. And then he had to hit him with this is for Derek, the classic, see ya, with the face buster. They did a really good job in this. And he did our favorite move from when they were Generation Me, the flip out to the apron.
I still remember back in the day when he would do it and not touch the ropes. There would be no contact. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Foul, I should have listened to you earlier on your 2 streams, bro. Make sure you guys subscribe to Foul Original Wrestling. That's in the chat. Streamlabs being Streamlabs. He had issues with it earlier, too. It's just being a SOB tonight. I can't explain it. It's Streamlabs, though. I like both. Wish the Dark Order got a win, but it's all right, Jesus. One day they will. Ace, what's good, bro?
I will say they did look, as far as the match goes, they look good in defeat. Stu Grayson is an unsung MVP, I think. See, he's on point, and then Evil Uno, he's just smooth, like with his everything he does, like he transitions well.
I feel like he knows his character.
Yeah. Even
on like BTE and everything else, Evil Uno translates into a winner in my opinion. So let's get through the rest of this. I like the spot where Uno's on the ropes and Nick Jackson gives him a super kick. He throws Stu Grayson over the barricade. So Stu Grayson goes, you know what? I'm gonna hop back over and get him. Eats a super kick for breakfast, lunch, brunch, and dinner. I love it. It was great. And then Stu Grayson walked across on people's shoulders. I know they said head, but he walked across Evil Uno's shoulder. And he walked across Nick Jackson's shoulder to Hurricanrana Matt Jackson. Dope. I know Ricochet did it. Don't care. It was dope when he did it. It's dope when he hit it because you don't see stuff like that hit very often. I just love it. So afterwards, they end up having Stu Grayson. Was it Grayson or Uno who took him up for the tunnel throw? I think it was Stu Grayson I wrote down.
Oh, when
they throw Matt Jackson in the tunnel?
Yeah, Silver and Reynolds came out and they blocked him off.
I don't know if it was Silver or Reynolds. It was the rest of those Dark Order losers.
5 and 10.
It was the other guys who do the jobs. They stand in front and they barricade it. Very cool. So that you're starting to think they're doing the same thing from last week. Logic. We won last week by separating them. Let's do it again. So they separate them, but this time a roll-up happens that they didn't expect to happen when they try to set up for the backpack stunner. 1, 2, 3, the Bucks get the win, and Matt didn't even have to come out the tunnel for it. I thought it was a W.
You know what's crazy, though? When they rushed the ring 5-on-1, they had an opportunity to get Nick. They just let him walk away.
They could have, but they know this isn't dark, and this isn't the time or place for that for them. And that's no... I'm being facetious right now when it comes to the Dark Order. I really think that those guys are good. There's spots for them. It's just right now there's not a role for you to be picking up W's. That's where I'm going to leave it for that. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Casey says the Dark Order is missing something. It's called wins. Once Mr. Brody Lee came in, they should have been kicking ass everywhere.
Exactly, and he's like, especially Uno, he's made Uno his bitch pretty much.
He kind of fits the role, though.
But remember when they first debuted, he had a throne of minions that he would make. What happened to that? I don't know.
Well,
he's subservient now.
The Exalted One came. He knew he wasn't the boss man anymore. Let it rock. Connor says he's watching the Reds.
One.
Terrible. Foul says Uno and Grayson have gotten so much better, in my opinion.
Well, I think they're able to showcase now more what they can do.
They've been in the top 5, though, every single time. Even when they were gone for weeks, they were still in the top 5 because they had so many victories. I think this match showcased that the Young Bucks are capable of having a tag match that followed tag rules. Sure, they did the super kicks and stuff, but I heard the counts for the 10 tonight. They followed the rules. They did one spot with the referee. I don't like it when the referee gets involved in the match. You know, when they do like the kick. Come here.
Held his leg.
Yeah, and then neck breakered him. I don't like when the refs get involved in that, but to each its own. Someone probably likes it out there. I thought this was a good match, though. Bigger picture, Rob, Derek says.
Yeah, we'll see. Get your boys in order, man.
Let's see here. Ace is coming in with a question, I think. Rob and Conrad, do y'all think that MJF will be the next AEW World Champion after All Out?
We'll get to that.
That's actually going to be for the preview and prediction show. I'm going to save it. But we're going to talk about MJF right now. And speaking of MJF, this guy is absolutely a dick. And speaking of dicks, this is the perfect transition into Manscaped. You guys can get the Lawnmower 3.0 if you use our promo code EPW Show. Now, why would you want to do that? You get a big discount and free delivery. So why not? It's the perfect gift. It's summertime. It's hot as balls out there. So why not do yourself the favor that your balls will thank you and I will thank you too. The Lawnmower 3.0, this puppy is beaut. Look at that. Get a nice vibration. Look at that, a little loud because it's in the package. But you get a nice vibration from this. Great handle. You definitely want this. And if that's not what you're looking for or you already have one, look at all these other things we got here. Rob, tell them about the ball toner. Check that bad boy out.
Got
You used it?
I have.
What do you think?
It revives your pH, but makes your balls shiny.
Beautiful. Now, I think all fellas need the foot duster. It's got to happen, bro. Spray them damn toes.
I don't want your dogs barking.
Woof, woof. We got the ball deodorant, too. Take a little of that, splash it right on those bad boys.
Stinkiest part of your body.
You got that right. And we even have the cologne here now. Rob, have you had a chance to?
I have not.
Go ahead, Rob. Take a little whiff. It's strong, but not too strong. It's all right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But you guys can get yourself the Manscaped Refined Cologne. And if you guys need a nice little travel package, check that out. Check that out. Nail clippers, tweezers, all the essentials that you need to get through TSA. Definitely well worth it.
Those are actually some of the best nail clippers I've used too.
So feel free to use it, guys. EPW Show is the promo code. Go to manscaped.com. Type it in right now. And speaking of EPW Show is the promo code, did you guys know that you can get a month free of independent wrestling if you go to powerslam.tv? If you guys listen to the audio ads, I put them at the end of the show, but well worth it. Powerslam.tv, the host of the top indie wrestling in the world. They have it from everywhere, and you can type in your favorite wrestler's name and watch them. Use the promo code EPW Show, 1 month free, and you can check it out and tell me if you like it. Send me a review. I want to hear from you guys. And last but not least, big shout out to our good friends at Everything College Basketball. I appreciate those guys. Great sponsorship. And I love working with them. Josh, Peyton, keep up the good work, my friends.
I know they're going through a little bit right now with all these seasons being canceled, but what you gonna do?
But you know what's not canceled? My man MJF. He is able to get away with everything. Foul said, what a transition. Foul, I do those just for you, brother. Chris DeZuba said, it makes my balls look as clean, make them clean shaven testicles. I appreciate it. Beans, what's going on, brother? I'm glad you are in here. MJF. The man called me cue ball when I met him. I gave him the bird. We have a war, but I will say, I have to acknowledge when someone is damn good. MJF is damn good. Here's why. Tonight, MJF comes out into a hallway and yells at people about, remember Speak When Spoken To, honey? Remember that thing? He goes through this whole transition, and my favorite part of him walking down the hallway before he goes out to address the crowd once again with the whole MJF presidential setup, he pushes the guy next to him. Lee Johnson from AEW Dark pushes him against the wall. And do you remember when that happened to him with Samoa Joe on NXT? Wild how things have changed. I thought it was great what he did here. Rob, take the segment, bro. What did you think of MJF on the mic and what he's been doing recently?
Oh, I was talking to our boy Jordan earlier. We were talking about some of the best gimmicks in wrestling right now. He brought up MJF. I disagreed because I don't think it's a gimmick. This is really him. He's just an asshole.
Perhaps.
And he plays it perfect.
Perhaps the guy is what you call an asshole.
Oh, it works, man. I love it.
No, dude, you were at the show with me.
I took the picture.
The dude is literally a piece of garbage, and he didn't have change. I'll never forgive you for that, Maxwell. But he does a really good job in pushing those buttons, and I think he did it in, how do I want to say this? In this like world where you can't say certain things, you can't do certain things to get heat. I think MJF stayed within those boundaries, but did a great job. And tonight, I'm going to compliment AEW on, because we saw on Dark, they had some pretty crappy camera work. I'm going to bring it up, the Rey Fenix punches. Yeah, next time, cut away from that.
It happens.
Right, I don't care. But tonight, the camera work. I like the drone shots that they did. Overhead shot where MJF says, "Oh, Jonathan." He never even called him Moxley once. He said, "You want me laying down looking up at the lights?" And he cuts his promo laying down on the ground. This kid does not miss a beat. I thought it was great.
Top heel in the biz.
He did a really good job with the transition, everything else. And then this leads to Moxley's music playing. So they said he was in the arena. Here he comes.
He sends the team out after him, go up to block all the entrances from the audience area.
Yeah, he said, "You know, the idiot always comes through the entrances."
I was honestly expecting a whole Shawn Michaels Montreal "Who's Your Daddy" moment, where he was like just toying with us, trolling us.
You know what? You need people for that. The more I think about that, you need people to be there if he was going to do the troll job.
He can call anybody an idiot, though.
This is true. But Moxley comes through the entrance tunnel for once, and he proceeds to put an ass whipping on this young man.
Yeah, what a piece of crap, too. He attacks a man from behind after being called out.
Boo!
Yeah.
We're going to hear about this next week. I thought that it was well done. Moxley showed the intensity. I thought he delivered a great paradigm shift, especially the lifting one. Wait, what?
Who's that, Casey? Oh.
What
y'all are talking shit about the Dark Order guy, but because this time it's Phoenix, it happens. Malarkey.
I never said anything even about the Dark Order guy because I didn't notice it until someone check this out on Twitter. I didn't notice it even when it happened. Yeah,
it looked bad.
What do you want me to say?
Like, you can't fix it now. It happens.
John Moxley comes from out of nowhere. Yeah, the crowd. I thought when he got to the back too, it was a great place to do a promo. Instead of grabbing the mic while he was out there, which I assumed he was going to do, he walked to the back and then grabbed the mic once he got to, what do they call the position? Is it the Dusty position for them?
I don't know. The backstage area.
Whatever, backstage area. You get a cool shot of Tony Khan if you've never seen him, if you're new to AEW. Tony Khan is the owner of the company. He was right to the left. I think he was wearing like an Inner Circle shirt, sitting there doing all the time and running everything. And Moxley cuts a great promo. What do you think of Moxley right now?
I don't feel like it's time for him to lose the title yet, but his reign has been underwhelming, and it's due to this whole pandemic thing going on. I feel like he needs his MJF match because it's an angle that you're invested in, and you want to see this match. I wasn't really too invested in the Brody Lee feud, whatever he had. What you got?
No, I'm just reading Alfonso's comment here. I missed this before. He said, "How can you save the Dark Order? Need more wins. They kick ass on Dark, and they were #1 ranked tag team a few weeks ago. Pieces of them are good. We'll leave it at that. But
I think they should be dominant. Is what like myself and Casey were saying. They should be dominating the tag team division.
Yeah, I think that they tried to elevate too fast. Like, once Brody came in. And I think they lost momentum without the crowd, too. Because that was a big piece, I felt like, with it. But MJF and Moxley, it's got a perfect setup for All Out. I've got a couple things on my mind, but I'll say this part about it at least for now, and you can elaborate if you want. I think MJF and Moxley are the two perfect opposites. Here's why. And I'm gonna say something specific about the match to remind me about this. Just tell me Randy Orton, and it'll all make sense in 1 second. So when you look at these two, I watched my father and mother-in-law sit there, and they were intrigued by this promo. Really don't watch all the time. They really don't know every single person. They know how wrestling works, though, right? So they sat there and they said, oh, it's the rich guy versus the guy who, Moxley seems like the grungy type of dude. It's the perfect setup, a story that anybody can understand and get with. I think it's perfect for this. Now, what should the match be at All Out? I'm going to give you my quick thoughts. The match needs to do one of two things. You either establish MJF as the top heel in that company, give him the title, or you tell the story of making MJF a tough guy. This is what I like to call the Shawn Michaels versus Mankind match. Shawn Michaels versus Diesel. Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack. The match The Miz never got to have. And I don't mean that as a knock. The match that'll make you legitimate in front of the fans. They'll say, you know what? He's a punk, but I respect his work in the ring because he took a beating.
Triple H or Royal Rumble. Triple H Cactus or Mankind?
Cactus Jack. No, you had it right.
It was Cactus Jack at the No Way Out.
No, he was at the Rumble too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he cut the promo. Oh, yeah.
Either way.
I think they need that tough guy match. What do you think?
I still say it's too early to take the title off of Moxley, but like Casey says, I don't think you can have MJF lose. He has the momentum right now. I don't know, man.
This is good. Let me see here. So Jesus is saying, who should Moxley drop the belt to then? Look, there's only two choices. It's either MJF or Kenny Omega.
I'm going to throw a third in there. I'm going to say Pac whenever he comes back.
I saw someone say Archer, if not MJF. Archer's got some rebuilding to do, I feel, right now.
Yeah, that ceiling that he broke a couple weeks ago.
Yo, what about that man getting thrown in the trash can Freshman Friday style? Let's see here. Casey says, not his fault. His reign has been lackluster, but I don't think you can have MJF lose. Somebody's got to lose. One's got to win, one's got to lose. Someone's going to take their first loss at that pay-per-view show. Derek says, we have plans, don't worry. I don't know what he's talking about. Cut it out, Derek, with all this stuff, all right? No, Lara said, who do you see winning the Women's Tag Team Cup? We'll get to that in a little bit. Maybe we'll give our predictions on that, too, once it's time. Remind me about that, No, Lara. Casey said it's the rich guy versus the rich guy who dresses like they were going out of business.
At the Army Surplus store?
Cut it out, Casey.
Hey, he's not wrong.
Kenny Omega, when they split, Derek says is the guy he thinks. It'll be interesting. We have a long road to All Out, so we're going to have to see what happens with this. Tag Team Appreciation Night, like you brought up, Rob. They start asking everybody who's their favorite tag team. So we'll kind of just insert these in the reviews as they happened. Kenny Omega says his favorite tag team are the Young Bucks. Rob laughed instantly because he knows that there's a reviewer with a tennis racket who is going to be itching.
I cannot wait for this, man. It's going to be an epic rant.
I like the fact that Hangman Page said us. Showed that he believed in the team.
Yeah, Kenny kind of like, we're two singles guys. That whatever. Kenny doesn't care about the team.
Big shout out to, what is that? Is it Snooks Man?
Nope, the Snowman. Spelled like French. The Snowman. Jeezy, the Snowman.
I apologize. That's how you know I'm getting old, folks. Yeah, but I like these little tag team appreciation things that they did, though, tonight. I mean, I thought they were cool. What did you think of them?
They were cool. It was nice to see a couple like the Pro Wrestling Illustrated that use those photos. Stuff you haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. And it's a great way to get some things. Also, shout out to, what is this? Shahi Walker, thank you for subscribing. And also, shout out to the Insiders Wrestling Podcast. I was on their podcast a couple days ago. I think last Thursday we recorded it. So I don't know if it's come out yet, but check out the Insiders Podcast. We have some pretty cool stuff coming out with them as well. But next match... Oh, no. We have another promo, excuse me. Promo City here. as far as this goes. So we had the MJF thing happen with Moxley, and then we had Matt Hardy's promo on Sammy Guevara. What do you think of this new Matt Hardy gimmick thing?
Hey, it's no gimmicks. This is Matt Hardy.
I'm Matthew Hardy, but he goes into the other ones too, though. Still, so it's different.
I don't know if they're playing off of head trauma. I don't know if that's really like where they want to go with it, but
shout out to Snowman in the chat. He said yes, so thank you for correcting me, because I would have been here struggling, wondering how the name was supposed to be. Yeah. So, Casey, knock it off. We're not talking about that, but Matt Hardy cuts a promo on Sammy Guevara. He said he's gonna beat his goofy ass, and he ends up
his quote weird little ass.
I didn't want to say it. He ends up attacking who he thinks is Sammy Guevara, smashing his head into a garage door multiple times.
Yo, suspend this man right now.
It turned out to be a referee.
Unprovoked attack.
One of Derek's favorite referees in the company. If you've never seen the movie Fear, Google it. Yeah, I don't know. So you think there should be a suspension divvied out for? He can't wrestle for, what did they say, 2 weeks?
Hey, either way.
Let's see here. Jesus said that I need a compound match with Matt and Sammy. I think this is where this should lead, or it could go to a first blood. There's blood involved in this now. What do you think they're getting out of this match? You think Matt's trying to like teach Sammy some stuff here?
Probably.
Okay.
I think Sammy wins it in the long run.
Correct. Let's see here. Connor said, "Wait!" Pauses the multiverse. I love when they have someone stand in for him. Funniest part. Yes. Derek said Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Bottom line, suspend that man right now.
We'll have to wait and see what Tony Khan does.
That was assault.
Check the AEW Twitter. TNT Championship match. Bro, got a lot to say about this. Cody with Double A, Arn Anderson, and the entire Nightmare effing family.
Especially Brandy.
Peace. Versus Scorpio Sky. So, Scorpio got a special entrance. I liked it with him kicking down the door because that's what he said he was going to do. I thought that was well placed. Made him feel like a bigger deal, like a star kind of.
Yeah.
Cody, TNT title, like we said, whole Nightmare family is out there. And the referee for this matchup was Mike Chioda. Mike Chioda was going in for this match. It was good to see him back. Are you happy for him? Is this a good pickup?
It's nice to see him working again. Like I feel like he was unfairly let go, given his tenure, his longevity in the other company.
Yeah, and I know Rob's about to pull up the pick for everybody here.
Yeah, we had the new TNT title I knew it was the finished product.
Here, I'll put it up
you
so
guys
that
can
way.
see this.
That is the new TNT Championship Cody is holding there. I like it. I think it looks a lot, I'm going to say it's sexier. It looks sexier. You got the gold on there. It looks good.
I do like the mirror plate in the center too, because it's almost like symbolism. Like, when you look at the title, you see his champion staring back at you.
You damn right you do. Yeah, very well done. I think that belt looks good. That might be one for the collection one day. You never know. I like how it looks though. Mike Chioda's out there. This match had a bunch of like feel good stuff. New title. Cody looked unsure of himself in the beginning of the match. They traded some moves back and forth. Scorpio gets the first exchange, wins. Cody misses a crossbody block. This is Wrestling 101. To me, the matches weren't pretty tonight, but they were wrestling.
They were well structured.
It felt like they let the agents actually like say what to do. And they weren't bad. Like, they didn't have to be 5-star matches. I didn't need all the flips and everything.
Hey, you save that for the big shows.
Well,
No.
All right. So this ends up being a focus on Cody's ribs. Cody's ribs got injured last week, I believe, on a post spot. So Scorpio Sky does the exact same thing. He grabs Cody, slams those ribs right into the post. This was really good. We saw a superplex that Sky reversed into a 1-2 kick out by Cody. They tried a bunch of different things here, and then Scorpio Sky sets him up for the TKO. He's got him up, and he's going to spin Cody for the TKO, and he stops him and lands a crossroads. Beautifully hit, beautifully placed, I thought, in this match. He gets the 1-2 kick out by Scorpio Sky here. They battle back and forth, Rob, and I'll let you take over.
Ended up Scorpio Sky on the ring apron. He tries to jump over for like a slingshot neck breaker or something. He gets caught for another crossroads. That's how he gets the win. Now, my opinion, I would have reversed the spots. He should have kicked out of the one that he did. He should have kicked out of the one that he won on, and he should have lost on the one where he reversed the TKO. That's just my thoughts, but...
No, I agree with you once you put it to me when we were watching it live. Like, I thought that if you would have reversed those, it would have looked so much better, and I think it would have elevated the match like a letter grade even, possibly. Like, it would have told a better story.
I agree.
And I couldn't tell. At first, I thought Scorpio was going to put his foot on the ropes, but...
The way the referee was positioned, it kind of looked like he was going to like be in that position to miss it.
But I think you need to have pens happen near the ropes where people don't put their feet on it sometimes, too, just so that you can sell the fact, like, you don't always get it every single time. Let's see here. We're getting a lot of messages here from people. Jocelyn, let's go to Jocelyn first here, because we haven't spoken to her in a while. Hello, Miss Jocelyn. How are you? We both were shocked seeing Mike. It pays off knowing Jericho. Big facts, Jocelyn. Big facts. Jesus put for real. Love it. Jocelyn said this was clinical wrestling here. Derek says, stop the bullshit, bro. No Big Show. Casey said Big Show wants to play Kingpin in the MCU.
Nah, keep it with the what's his name, D'Onofrio from the Netflix show.
Was he the guy from what's the other show?
From Daredevil.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
keep him.
Yeah, he is marvelous. Don't touch something that works. Let's see here. Sucks. Wish Sky would have won. You know what, Jesus? I think this was a showcase for him, though, to show like he doesn't need to be on Dark every week, and that he is elevated to. Let's see some singles matches on the show.
Yeah. I mean, I would have wanted to see Sky win tonight too. It would have been nice, but I still think it's gonna be Darby that takes the belt from him.
I think that's the original story that we have to go with here. But I like the challenges and everything else. And speaking of that, like classic 80s movies, Cody looks like the cool guy. He's looking at Sky, and then all of a sudden, we see a figure walking up with a championship in his hand on the Tron. And it's Rob's favorite and your favorite, Mr. Brody Lee. Silver? No, I'm kidding. He holds up the old TNT Championship, that silver piece of trash that they gave him. No, he holds up old Ruth, and he says that
old Ruth.
he tells Cody that I'm coming for your championship. August 22nd, I'm challenging for it.
You know what I just thought about too? You remember Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
He went from liking Ruth to Lila. Is the new belt Lila?
You know what? I wouldn't be mad if they called the belt Lila. What's we gotta see Nick Aldis. What does he call his
Sweet
thing?
Charlotte?
Sweet Charlotte. I love the names for the belts. It's like a car. It's like a beautiful car. It works though. Brody Lee is challenging for the TNT Championship August 22nd. I think that's a nice match for him here.
That's on a Saturday.
Yes.
Nice to see Saturday wrestling back.
6:05 on TBS, the Superstation. But we're gonna get into that card later. So next we get to Private Party. They got to share their thoughts on the entire tag team division. Who was your favorite tag team growing up? And actually, most people don't know, at House of Glory, Private Party vibed because of their favorite tag team. At least Jeff Hardy. They vibe because of that. The Hardy Boys are their favorite tag team. Matt Hardy's been having kind of like this special friendship with them, helping them out. The Hardy Party, you know.
I like that matchup for some reason.
Hardy with them.
Yeah.
I think it works. And I think that he's kind of teaching them like, hey, don't do this, do that.
I kind of want to see them defined as more either babyface or heel, and then match up like a Matt Hardy persona with them. So let's say Private Party does go full heel. Put Big Money Matt with them. I think that could work with their whole VIP persona. Mm-hmm. You can't get in here. You can't afford to get in here. You can't afford this drink.
Yeah, throwing drinks on people. I respect it. Casey, we're going back to the TNT Championship match before we move to the next match. He says, so, shenanigan finished to set up a rematch at the pay-per-view. Rob, what do you think of that?
I one and done for me. I'm sick of Brody.
Listen, I've heard a crazier rumor of who could be challenging for the title at the pay-per-view. I'm just going to write it down, and we'll let Rob's reaction dictate. That's who I heard is challenging for the title at the pay-per-view. All right.
I'd rather see them switch the title to Brody.
Just putting it out there. If I'm wrong, Rob will tell you in the chat that night. That's the name that I heard. It wasn't from me. It came from a third party. So that's why I don't want to say it and get everybody's hopes down. So, and I guess I shouldn't say it in a bad way. You know what? I was thinking to myself from last week, I'm really going to try and give this whole Matt Cardona a chance. I already saw people crapping on the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody t-shirt they did. People were ready to drag whoever made that.
And they better watch out for that mouse.
I just thought of South Park as soon as you said that.
Disney coming for that check.
Yes. Speaking of tag team wrestling, tag team appreciation night, we got a match for the AEW tag team titles. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page take on the team of Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, with Marco Stunt on the outside. We remember the last time the Elite hooked up against the Jurassic Express. It was not good. Marco got his ass whooped. And some of the feelings still stem from that, and I was hoping that they did. Kaz was shown in the crowd. What did you think of that? Was that SCU next challengers maybe?
Are they ranked?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but
I don't think so. But Marco gets slapped by Kenny in the beginning. It was like a friendly play slap, but it was still disrespectful in my opinion. We get to. I gotta ask a question too. Why was Marco outside without his shirt on? Like he came out with a shirt, right?
He was ready for action, man. Kenny disrespected him.
Man, he wanted the smoke, I guess. That was for Jesus. We had a good back and forth between these two teams. The first spot that I really took notice of, though, was Kenny Omega slides to the outside and Dragon suplexes Marco for no reason. No reason at all. Kenny Omega laughed about it. He ends up missing Jungle Boy. Scary dive. But Jungle Boy landed on his feet, grabs him, Dragon suplex to the floor for him. They were just going at it in this match. I thought they had some good spots for what it was. Were you disappointed by Jurassic Express in this, or what did you think?
I was more disappointed in Luchasaurus than I was the whole Jurassic Express. Jungle Boy is always on point. I feel like
not that DDT tonight. I got scared for a second. Well, he recovered, but I thought he clipped his leg.
No, because there was certain spots like what was it that the DDT, the first DDT spot. Luchasaurus handed him off on the wrong side, and again had to recover. I don't know, I don't know what else to say. Luchasaurus kind of disappointed me tonight.
Just tonight?
Tonight.
I thought Luchasaurus did fine in this. I think as a big man, he's got to get tired of doing those moves, though, and you got to be so on point.
I mean, but that's what makes him stand out from the other lumbering big men.
Yeah, you're right about that. Marco ends up getting tossed outside. They actually distracted the referee to where he couldn't see any of this happening. Bravo. There's a hand clap. I don't want to do it too loud because the microphone picks it up loud as shit. But bravo. I thought that was well done. Kenny Omega fell down, landed against the guardrail after catching Marco. But Jungle Boy gets left alone inside the ring and gets hit with the last call, which is the Buckshot Lariat V-Trigger combo for the 1, 2, and the 3. They retain the tag titles, bro. Now, Derek says it's the beginning of the end. When is it going to happen, Rob? Is it at All Out? Is it on Dynamite? When do these two, they've defended the belt against everybody?
It depends on who gets the next shot.
I feel like they were big up in the Young Bucks. They said they haven't had a title shot since February.
Casey, dude's millions of years old. Cut us some slack. I get that.
See, I'm not always the one hating. Thank you. Finally, somebody else is catching some hell on the show besides me. So they did good here. I wasn't mad, like I said, at anybody in this match. I think they did some great storytelling. I'm starting to think that the match could be a three-way match with the Bucks, FTR, and Omega and Page.
Well, if you do that, make it a fatal four-way, throw Dark Order back in.
No, I don't think you need to throw anyone else in. Too many cooks could ruin this. It's gotta be
somebody despicable that takes the belt off of them and drives a wedge in them so bad that they have to turn on each other, or one turns on the other.
Right. Derek says he thinks it's happening at All Out. Let's see here. Jesus says, yeah, I agree. It depends on who they face. We still got time for the story, so I'm going to let it play out, and we're going to let this fester. Tag division. Rob, Santana and Ortiz.
Dude, this was just disrespectful.
What about Sue's van?
She got insurance, right?
We don't know what state they live in.
But it's on camera what happened, so she can file a fair claim.
There was a camera inside the car when it happened. Ba-doom-shh. So Santana and Ortiz are backstage. Rob, let them know what happened.
So they're on camera. They have somebody's suitcases or bags. They're by the shower area. Best friends' bags. They dump all their gear, all their clothes out, and they dump bleach on it. Basically, oh, you think I'm gonna apologize? Here, watch this. I'm not gonna apologize for this either. They bleached their gear. That's some old 80s locker room ribbing.
Got to go in front of the judge when that happens. And speaking of not apologizing, funny story for you guys that won't be shared on this podcast, but I told Rob, these two not apologizing is going to lead to a big, big matchup. I think that Santana and Ortiz got hell to pay with the best friends, and I think Sue's going to be there. Better watch out.
As long as they don't put her on a forklift.
And she ain't coming with the chanclas. Sue is coming for the beatdown. And don't ever talk about Judy Bagwell. She's a nice lady.
She didn't deserve to be on a forklift either.
This is true. But they never destroyed her car or her awesome, awesome apparel.
They destroyed her son.
Touche. So, speaking of destroying wonderful clothing and apparel, Rob, tell everybody about TeePublic where they can see your awesome designs on t-shirts, bro.
Oh, teepublic.com/EPW show. There's a sale going on, 35% off. You can get a shirt for $13.
Go there and grab yourself an EPW shirt. You can grab a basic one. You guys can grab a professional one with the little logo in the corner. And I just told Rob 2 ideas that I have for shirts. Derek's It Is What It Is shirt has been canceled. It is not happening because that is a weak-ass excuse from a leader. So we will not be putting that shirt out. But we will have a better shirt than I think the idea is money.
Also, there is a pandemic going on right now. We have masks.
Oh, yeah.
We have laptop cases. We have hoodies. We have mugs.
And you can put them in any color that you want. You guys can go to teepublic.com. And if you're not feeling that, we're also on the What For Apparel site. You guys can see that if you go to my link tree down below. Click the button. Buy yourself some merch, man. Enjoy it. It's the best way to support the podcast because I want you to get something without having to. You guys can donate. Feel free. I told you I got cool stuff. If you guys donate, stuff will pop up. But if you want to donate, help out the show, feel free. I appreciate it. 716 Stand Up. The Butcher and the Blade talk about their favorite tag team. They go with the Road Warriors. I think it's a good brute tag team. By the way, Casey, Butcher and Blade, another win on AEW Dark over SCU.
Good match, too.
Yeah. I like to pick up the Road Warriors. Favorite tag team of all time?
No.
Who are you going with?
My favorite tag team of all time would probably either be... I'm going to say it's between the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian.
I'm definitely going with the Dudleys. I think it's the greatest team.
Oh, but you said my favorite.
Oh, your personal favorite you're going with. Yeah, I'm more of a Hardy Boys guy out of the 3 when they had the TLCs. But yeah, I respect it. Casey says best friends should have bleach spots on their gear next week.
I think they should. That'll be a nice touch.
Sons of bitches. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. A little addition to detail. Tag Team Appreciation Night. We got the FTR out there. The Bucks. We also have the Brainbusters and the Rock and Roll Express. I am. I don't give a shit. Nobody owns me. Brainbusters and Rock and Roll Express. Tell Vince to sue me. So they're out there for Tag Team Appreciation Night. So FTR are with the Brainbusters. The Young Bucks are with the Rock and Roll Express. I cannot wait to hear people moan and groan about why are the Young Bucks out there with some of the greatest tag teams of all time. Rob, I thought this segment was really good, though. I like paying tribute to some of the older guys in wrestling. If you guys have never seen the Rock and Roll Express, I'm about to cut a quick little sale for them. Go on the WWE Network, type in the Rock and Roll Express. They had some kick-ass matches in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, NWA, even the WCW. They've been popping up for years.
Recently, they had some good matches in NWA.
Ricky Morton, Canadian destroying people like it's his job. I love it, dude. I think they're very much slept on. And if you've never seen Arn and Tully, the Brainbusters work, You can go to WWF, WCW, NWA. I don't give a shit. These guys are the real deal, establishing tag team wrestling, and you'll see a lot of where the FTR gets some of their cool stuff from. But this segment, they do a lot of talking in it, Rob. I'll let you kind of run through this.
Well, the main point they were getting at is they're going to live up to the names of these great tag teams, establish themselves. What you laughing at?
I'm going to punch Casey, say, where's Heidenreich and Animal?
They didn't have enough time for his poem segment. They had to... I'm not going to get into that.
Google it, kids, and make sure you have your parents' permission. Go ahead.
So, Tully Blanchard just kind of snaps out of nowhere.
Yeah, what was wrong with him?
Just an ornery old man.
But yeah, he goes in about what happened last week, and you guys messed up everything, and he just gets mad. He got mad at Ricky Morton too, snatched the microphone. Tully kind of made this like a sour moment a little bit.
He got hot.
Yeah, Arn cut a great promo like he was doing the podcast with Conrad.
I'm not one to blow smoke, especially if it tastes funny.
Like, Arn went in. Arn Anderson better start eating cheese too, damn it. Made me mad about that cheeseburger
Don't put no cheese
stuff.
on the burger.
Who doesn't put cheese on a burger? I'm mad the Whopper doesn't have cheese.
Lactose intolerant people.
Burger King sponsored me. So, anyway, they get into a scuffle. So, all hell breaks loose in the ring. Dax Hardwood falls to the ground saying, oh.
Wait, hold on. You can shut up about that weak punch that Gibson threw?
No, we're not talking about that. I'm trying to be respectful. So, you end up seeing him fall down. I don't know how he fell. Did someone just bump into him and he fell?
It looks like he might have like tweaked it or tweaked it.
Right. He takes off his knee brace, and all this commotion is happening because Shawn Spears came out too, and no glove, no Barry Windham glove, and Shawn Spears is out there, and they're beefing with each other like, oh, okay, and he's pulling Tully back, Arn, whatever. The Young Bucks are up on the stage like, hey, let's pull these guys apart, and then Ricky Morton's the only one there. They knock over Robert Gibson. He just takes a dump right onto the stage. And Ricky Morton ends up getting beat down, and he takes a pile driver, a spike pile driver from the FTR. Those lowly bastards.
And I like to think they did that because they were bigger Midnight Express fans. Shout out to Cordy.
Yo, do not shout him out on this show. Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey would be proud, I think. But they ended up doing that, and they get the heat, and they leave. And Kenny Omega's out there. He's pissed. Hangman Page just checking on people with his beer in his hand. I'm not mad at it. Don't spill, don't spill.
Page did his job tonight. He's celebrating.
Mm-hmm. And then the Bucks were upset about this too. So this thickens a little bit, the plot between all of these teams and what's happening with them.
Now, was this something like they were getting retribution for them punching Tully, or?
Let's look at the chat. A says FTR sends a message to the Young Bucks and every tag team in AEW. I think they did. They're in the top 5. They haven't lost yet. Big things popping for them.
Hell of a message, too.
Yes. Casey, get out the chat.
Hamburgers over cheeseburgers.
You're done. I don't even know how this is possible.
I mean, you put pepper jack on it.
That's still cheese.
I don't know what I'm just saying.
It's got to be cheese. Something has to be on there. Let's see. We may have the final vote tonight in cheeseburgers. All right? How many cheeseburgers would you give this show? Alex Marvez is backstage.
Boo.
With Mike Chioda. Mike Chioda, an official. What did he say? An official for 33 years. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, Alex. You know what? Alex fits kind of this role better than commentary. But Jericho shows up after they're talking to Mike Chioda, and he's like, Kiki! When did anyone ever call Mike Chioda that? I don't know, but Jericho is gold.
Backstage, so.
Yeah. He said, hey, remember when I saved your job 18 years ago? And he was like, yes, I do, sir. And he said that since you're the official for the main event match tonight between me and Orange Cassidy, I'm going to need you to do the right thing.
I do want to add, I do like that they did add Chioda for the main event instead of Aubrey because she obviously has a bias against Jericho in the inner circle.
Good job, Tony. Good job, Tony Khan. I respect it.
How do you feel about them giving their referees more personality than other shows?
I think that the personality needs to be there. I miss knowing referees' names. Like, now when we watch other companies, you don't know some of the officials' names. Like, when I watch Impact, I don't know who any of these guys are.
I just remember the one referee that wears shorts.
you just approve that message that Casey wrote? I'm not filth.
Oh wow.
He's lying about that too. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. Why not let these guys have personalities? It's cool to know you can know the announcers' names. Why can't you know the referees and hell, Mark Yeaton, legend? Like, it's okay to know those guys' names. I think it's cool with me. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's.
You think it's too much?
I don't feel like they need to have character. Like they can just be the referees. Like, yeah, you got personality traits.
So wait, are you saying like too much character is Aubrey wearing lipstick for the title matches?
I don't care about the lipstick, right?
What are you saying?
It's like one of the old tropes is they say the best referees are the ones you don't notice.
Okay.
I think they can use more of that. Like, I can see this leading to a storyline.
Johnny Bravo.
I can see this leading to a storyline involving referees, and I don't need that.
I don't think this is gonna lead to a storyline as far as that.
I'm saying not this. I'm saying like in general.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's gonna go that far though. Ever with them.
I don't want another Rock teaming up with Earl Hebner.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. Peace. Next, we get a women's match on the show.
An hour and a half into the show.
Come on.
What was this, like a 2-3 minute match?
Hikaru Shida got to take on Heather Monroe, an incredible athlete. This was an okay match. It was a glorified squash match. They did let Heather Monroe get some offense here. I didn't think she looked bad. I thought she did fine for what she had to do.
I was reprimanding the intern at this time, so I missed it.
Yeah. There is no crying during wrestling. There is no crying. Hikaru Shida picks up the win with the stretch muffler. Big Johnny.
Big Daddy, my muffler fell out.
So I thought it was different. I like that she won with the stretch muffler. It was cool. It was a basic match. Shida gets the win. Shida is doing a promo with Tony Schiavone afterwards. She is ready for challengers. No Britt Baker Big Swole build this week.
Yeah, I kind of miss Britt Baker.
Yeah.
She could use the segment, but it's tag team appreciation night.
Right? Hold on. We got some more people popping up here. DJ said, I got a question. Do you think Eric Bischoff will be the new GM for AEW?
They don't need a GM. They don't need authority figures. I hope this was a one and done.
He said it was. He said it was a one-time cameo.
Good.
Hell no. So that's your answer for that. Casey said 2.5 minutes. Bull shiggity. What do you... I said my piece last week on it. Bro, I'm not putting what everyone says is the worst part of the show. I'm not putting it on in big segments.
But you can still showcase the best parts of your worst.
But I think you can't blow through those matches, though. You can't keep doing... Sheeta and Nyla Rose is great, but how many times are you going to show it? You have to save it, and I think that's the pay-per-view match again.
I mean, we could have got... Give me a Nightmare Sisters tag team match or something. That would be terrible.
Did you just request a Brandy match?
I'm just saying, it's tag team appreciation night.
I'm just saying, I hear a lot of critiquing from you, and then I know as soon as you hear that music, oh, here we go. I'm not mad at it. I guess a tag team match would have been cool, maybe between like two of the teams that lost.
But like Casey said last week too, like how do you improve something if you're not showing it or at least trying to?
Is Dark not to the level of improvement maybe you need?
Dark isn't on TV.
It's on YouTube.
Dark doesn't register with the demographics.
The demo god says differently. I'm kidding.
Well, that's how you saw Jericho on Dark.
So, we're going to move on from this. Sheeta gets the win. I will agree. I will say this, that they do need to showcase some better women's matches. I just think they don't want to beat certain people too much, like Penelope. I think there's more to it than what we're saying. It's not as easy as put the better matches on out there. You don't want to have people lose and then they're worthless. So, moving on. We have the Jake the Snake promo with Lance Archer. Jake cuts a promo as somebody accidentally steps on Lance Archer's Puma. If this happens, let it slide. But instead, Lance Archer beats the hell out of this dude, just throwing him against lockers. And Jake's cutting a great promo during all of this. And all you hear in the background is, boom, throwing people against the lockers and everything. Now, Dark doesn't count. Come on, people.
It counts toward the record, but...
Yeah. They definitely threw this guy around, beat him up, and they do something weird at the end. And he said, Jake, did you show him? He's like, no. And Lance Archer rips open Jake the Snake's button-up shirt and then makes him lift his shirt off his back and shows the phrase, everybody dies on his back. And he just looked at it and just said, everybody dies. And then leaves. What'd you think? How do you feel about Lance? Is he the same as Brody Lee to you?
No. I mean, I feel like he should have more matches shown too, but instead of squashing Lee Johnson every other week.
Okay. Let me see here. No Lara brings up the Women's Tag Team Cup again. I guess this is a good enough time to answer it.
Yeah.
So Rob, who do you like this? Rob actually called in the chat, if you guys remember, who were going to be some of the teams. Like, he was on the point.
It feels like it's too obvious that the Nightmare Sisters are going to win this thing, but I feel like they'll make it to the finals, and they'll probably face Ivelisse and Diamante.
Yeah, because we got Big Swole, Little Swole versus the Nightmare Sisters this Monday coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local times. And then we got Ivelisse and Diamante versus Tay Conti and Anna Jay. So who do you think goes against them in the finals? I think it's got to be Ivelisse and Diamante, I feel.
I feel like they're going to win it all.
Yeah, I say let those two win the cup, showcase some new talent. I think it'll elevate them as well. That would be nice. And can we get to what the point of this Nightmare Sisters feud has been? Because to me, Brandy's turning heel now too, and I'm like,
Brandy's
what?
Always been a heel.
She's coming out with the action figures like bragging. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. Let's see here. I just saw something with Tessa. Where did it go? Tessa can kick rocks. Way too many red flags surrounding her. Casey, I will agree.
Agreed.
And then he yelled at me saying Dark doesn't count. Then Casey said it should be Tay Conti and Anna Jay, Casey says. We'll see how they mesh. I think they're all right as a team. They did better than I thought they would.
If it is Anna Jay and Tay Conti, I can see that being like a notch in the Dark Order's belt.
So Jesus is saying please sign Lil Swole, I think. And Casey saying no, sign Diamante. Do you have a favorite out of this new crew here?
I wish they would give Diamante a little bit more time to show what she can do, because she was great in Impact. Her time over here so far it's been lackluster, I'll say.
Right. She was one of the main ones on Twitter saying give more people a shot, so I'm not mad at it. DJ says, I think Lance Archer is going to be world champion.
I can see it down the road.
Me too. I think he's going to get a bigger push going on. Jocelyn says, Big Swole and Lil Swole, apostrophe L for the win. Lil. Perhaps. Like I said, we're going to have to tune into the
I think Britt Baker's going to cause a distraction for that match.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why they have them on this week, to build up for that. I'll say this, at least Dark in this the cup here, the Women's Tag Team Cup, they give you a reason to kind of watch it, because stuff does kind of happen on the show. Moving forward, though, let's talk about this Saturday, August 22nd card. Show's happening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do my best to try and get a review out Saturday for you guys after it's done. If not, you'll get one Sunday. Like I said, just watch the channel and you guys will figure out when it's happening. Something will happen. And next week, are we going to prompt me for this?
I was going to ask if the 22nd is the same day as 30, right?
Lord.
Are we doing a double show?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a double show. You'll probably get the NXT review immediately after, and then maybe I'll do a hyphen over to end with Dynamite review. Don't be mad at me, people. That's just the way it's going to have to be. So it's definitely the 22nd, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Actually, let me verify that.
Because, wait, is next week's show? Where is that?
Next Wednesday is going to be on Saturday.
Okay. So it's not. So next Wednesday's show is canceled. NBA playoffs are happening, folks. That's why this is like this. So Saturday, you'll get your AEW Dynamite review mixed in with the NXT 30 review.
Yep. Okay, so 6 to 8 is Dynamite, and then NXT Takeover starts at 7. So they'll be overlapping.
Lord.
Double show.
Double show. Or if you guys message me if you want them separate, let me know. Maybe I'll do one afterwards, like a quick.
We might put a poll up in the Facebook group.
There you go. Let me know what you guys want though for it. So on this next show, Saturday the 22nd, we're gonna have FTR versus Private Party. We've got Omega and the Bucks, the Elite, getting ready to take on the Dark Order, but it's gonna be Angels, Reynolds, and Silver. I can't wait to see those promos after that. The Deadly Draw finals are going to be on Dynamite, actually. So, good move. Are you happy with that?
I'm good. Yeah, because it's showcasing.
Are you happy?
You know it's probably going to be the Nightmare Sisters, but...
Peace. Darby Allin's going to be in action. Taz was not happy about that. Good unbiased commentating, Taz. She's got a tomato. I don't know what you want me to do about it, Cole. We got the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and Blade looking for those 8-man tag team titles, I assume. They're going to be taking on the Natural Nightmares and the Jurassic Express. Interesting. I need the Lucha Bros in my life. They've been missing badly from Dynamite.
Yes.
And Cody Brody Lee TNT Championship. We got a nice little stacked card for next week. I shouldn't say stacked. It's a decent card, I feel. They did all right here. Let's see here. Casey said, I did not mean that as signed Dynamite. I mean Boo, or excuse me, Diamante. I meant Boo Diamante. She blew her shot.
Damn. Like I said, it's been lackluster since she came over here, but I still want to see her get a shot.
We'll have to see.
She got her shot. I want to see her get a chance to actually show what she can really do before they cast her aside.
Yeah, maybe you do just 1 week. Just say, you know what? We're going to let you two have 20 minutes. Show me what you can do. Deliver. That's what they want. Give it to them. DJ says, who do you think that Cody is going to face at All Out? I think they should do a woman's show for Dynamite.
Absolutely not.
No, I can't see that happening for Dynamite, a woman's show. Cody, I've heard a rumor who he's facing. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to disappoint everybody. and I don't mean that in like the saddest of saddest ways, but because I'm trying to give that person a chance. But we'll have to wait and see.
Casey says as long as the Butcher teaches Phoenix how to throw punches.
Peace. Let me see here. Brokus said, I'm watching NXT TakeOver over AEW next week. The battle lines have been drawn.
We'll be watching them both.
Let's see here. DJ said, I don't think women's division is not terrible. They got good women, at least better than SmackDown's women's division. All right.
Yo, they have the talent. They're just not shown properly.
What show are you referring to?
Dynamite.
Okay.
AEW. Like, their women's division, they have... You could say they have a stacked women's division. They just don't use them.
I guess. Let's get into the main event here real quick. What's going on, Sick? We got Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. Inner Circle and Best Friends are banned. And 7K is on the line for the cost of Jericho's jacket. Rob had to explain that to me because I kept saying, what is the 7K? That jacket cost $100. Google it, people. not hearing that. Orange starts off this match pretty aggressive, though. He's not doing any of the like lackluster stuff.
He tried.
Huh?
He tried.
Big facts. He was throwing fists, though. He was ready to go in this match. What do you think, Rob? How you feel about Orange and Jericho in this?
I like. Do you think this is better than their first match?
Yes,
I agree.
I think it was paced better, like how they were gonna do everything.
I didn't feel like it's like I don't know if it started late, but I feel like they had to rush through it a little bit.
Yeah, and I think the rules were followed too. Like things just worked tonight a little bit, and I think Jericho just knew like, all right, pick up the pace. We gotta get it going here, and maybe it's just Orange being in the main event spot. Like, do you know when to end?
Yeah.
Can you figure it out? But I thought Orange did great here. Orange Cassidy is one of their biggest stars. I'm telling you. Orange, MJF, and Darby Allin are three of the guys, and I'll even throw Scorpio Sky in there. Those are the four that you're going to be on the lookout for. I think they're going to be champions sooner than you think. In the match, we go back to the play for everything that's happening. He brought Floyd out there with him. That's the baseball bat. And
he told Kyoto to turn around.
Yes. There was a near fall on a code breaker. Jericho grabs the bat. He tells Kyoto to turn around. Mike Kyoto actually turned around for a second. You're like, yo, what are you doing?
I knew he was dirty.
Who said that? Taz?
Yeah.
Scumbag. He picks up the bat, and as soon as he's about to hit him, Kyoto grabs the bat from him. Orange goes for a roll-up. 1-2, near fall, and then all hell breaks loose after this. Orange hits the orange punch. I just laugh. It sounds so cheap. Don't do that. It sounds so cheesy. Best Friends then come out, and they're fighting Santana and Ortiz. I thought they were banned from ringside. Tony, there better be a lot of fines on tonight's show.
They weren't at ringside, though. They were on the entrance ramp.
Oh, that's bullshit. They should do a fine angle, and then next week have their lawyers explaining this is garbage.
The only one that should eat a fine is Hager.
Hager comes out and he does his slam that he always does to I've got a
avalanche.
I've got a phoner. He slams him down on the ground, and we get a near fall for that. You actually thought it could have been over right there.
Yeah, and I looked at the clock.
Don't ever ruin a main event by looking at the clock.
I know.
Near fall. Jericho goes for the Judas effect, but he misses, and Orange Cassidy hits him with like a pretzel style mousetrap roll up. Was that a game?
Yeah, that never worked.
Trash mousetrap.
You probably
game.
got it in your basement, don't you?
Freaking Milton Bradley. I didn't have that one. I didn't have that or sorry. Orange Cassidy gets the win. Was this a big victory, Tim? Did you feel like this was big after it happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's definitely his most profile victory, I think, in his career.
Okay.
He doesn't have to pay $7,000 now.
Good win for Orange, and I think this could lead to what's the payoff at the pay-per-view now though? Where do you go from here with this?
That's a good question.
Is it a 6-man tag? I feel like it's gotta be Orange and the Best Friends versus Jericho and Santana and Ortiz. Maybe street fight?
They could do it. I don't know, because what was that? The Stadium Stampede? That was a little too silly for how personal this feud is now.
I don't think they're gonna go that far. I don't think they're gonna do something silly.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to do like a street fight, something like that, they're gonna throw their twist on it.
Maybe they actually fight in a street or a backlot brawl. You got to come up with something. I think like catchy for this.
I say you do it at a dealership. Loser pays for Sue's new van.
Peace. Sue comes out with the chancla, hits somebody for the dub. Ortiz is taking the pin probably. Let's see here.
Oh, we missed before this match started. We had Sammy out with the cue cards taunting Matt Hardy.
Sammy gets 2 segments. So let's see here. Cody needs to respond to JTG success.
Oh yeah, he mentioned JTG, Sifa Fatu.
He dropped a lot of good names in that promo. And shout out to Marie Shadows, who I am friends with on Twitter. She got featured on the Dynamite thing as well. Or not the Dynamite, the Tony Schiavone Cody interview on YouTube. JTG would be a great person. I'd love to see JTG get some work from AEW. Cassidy had to win eventually. You can only take so many L's as a babyface.
Agreed.
Six said, I thought that was Mike Chioda as the referee. WWE made a huge mistake getting rid of him, he thinks.
I think it was cost cutting, I think.
Yeah, because
they were looking for a reason to let him go.
He's the most expensive ref, probably, and they're like, yeah, he's done. He's gotten paid. Let's make sure some younger people get paid. I get it from a business point.
He's been with them since 1986? 87?
Dude, probably as long as I've been born. That's crazy. DJ says, do you think the Inner Circle is going to break up so Sammy is going to face Jericho at some point? And he said he thinks Orange is going to be one of the world champions. So what do you think? Inner Circle break up? Jericho and Sammy is the main?
I can see Inner Circle breaking up, and it won't be Sammy and Jericho. I think it'll be Sammy and Hager. But,
yeah, you could do that. And I think Santana and Ortiz are meant to be with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, and I think now that Sammy's back, though, Inner Circle's got some of that juice back.
Yeah. I'm not ready for it to break up. I'm still like holding on to a little bit of hope right now, if that's fair to say.
And as far as Orange Cassidy goes, I can see it. Right now, I don't see him as a world champion. I can see him like a TNT champion.
Give it a year or two.
He can feud with Brian Cage and steal his FTW belt because he doesn't care.
Right. Broken said Cassidy for the win. Hell yeah. Fight in an actual street with traffic. Frogger style.
No, I'm scared for that bump that Ortiz is probably going to want to take.
And that's not Diesel. Who is Sheeta going to face at All Out? I think it's Nyla. I think it's Nyla with Vicky. And glad Jericho put over OC. Jericho always puts people over. I was surprised when it happened with Moxley. I'm not going to front. I thought
Jericho. Who he doesn't put over? Naito.
So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this show, make sure you do me a favor, hit that like button for me, and then tell me tonight, we're not doing the usual thumbs up, thumbs down. How many cheeseburgers would you give tonight's show? Cheeseburgers. All right?
Out of 5.
Out of 5? Cheeseburgers are stars. Meltzer style, huh? You know that doesn't mean shit, right? It's just everyone's opinion.
This show gets 3.5 for me.
3.5 tonight? I will say out of cheeseburgers, I'm going to give this show a solid... Yeah, we're going to go 3.5. I almost said 3, but you know, Rob calls me like the harshest grader, professor over here.
This dude would be the worst professor. Oh, dude, come on, I need this extra credit. Well, you didn't put this.
You messed up. Casey said Jericho's gotta go 0. Yeah. How many hamburgers would you give it then? Jesus is saying 3.5 out of 10. I think he's being harsh here. We said out of 5. Tweet of the month, New Jack.
Oh, man.
No comment on New
I
Jack.
ain't gonna say who he was talking about because we don't like that dude, but...
Yeah, tell him to promote my channel. Broken said 4 show was not that good.
I thought it was good.
I did too. I thought it was nice compared to the... So DJ saying 4 out of 5 for him. Tonight's show was a 3.5. Yeah, I agree with Sick. Like I said, I thought NXT didn't do a good job of building up this week. I really wasn't feeling it. There's certain parts of the show I'm feeling. I'm ready for TakeOver 30, basically. Like, give me those matches.
Casey says 4 hamburgers out of 5.
All right. Reasonable, Casey. Reasonable. Jesus said, sorry, Conrad. Cracking up. You guys are cruel. Cruel people. But we've went on enough about this. So here's what's going to happen next week, guys. On Wednesday, this time, you are going to get an NXT review. I talk about WWE. What do you know?
Eric, you gonna be in for that one?
We'll see. But whoever's here doesn't matter. We're gonna do an NXT review next week, talking the entire NXT show. So be here next Wednesday for NXT, and then Saturday. Somebody pray for me when I have to do 2 shows back to back. I'm sure it'll be me and Rob doing the review because we usually do the NXT takeovers. So let me know what you guys want, whether it's a Dynamite review following TakeOver 30 or if you want them separate. Rob will put something in the Everything Pro Wrestling Facebook group if you want to vote. And maybe we'll put it on Twitter too. I don't know. Pretty easy to do a poll on both. Let me know what you guys want. Let's see here. Hey, no spoilers, Broken. No spoilers. But thank you guys so much. Derek says he'll be there. I'll believe it when I see it, good sir. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight on Everything Pro Wrestling. For myself, for Rob, this is the end of this AEW Dynamite review. We are out. Peace.